of Citizen, Michael Dekunle. It is the 13th of January 2025. And we are saying good morning to you wherever you're watching us from. Good evening wherever you're watching us from. Good afternoon wherever you're watching us from. But in Nigeria, here, Lagos, Nigeria, it is morning. And we are ready to dish it out once more. And what do we have today? You can see on the screen the headline. What the headline is saying on the screen. Good morning to you, Gladys Yabo. Thank you so much for joining us. What's the headline saying? Like I said earlier on, Tinubu did not detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was the former president of the country, President Muhammadu Buhari, that detained Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a billionaire businessman in Igbo land, Arthur Eze, Prince Arthur Eze, is saying that we need to beg Tinubu for forgiveness. No, let's see how it goes. Don't forget that on the platform you have several viewers providing solution to the challenges or the crisis rocking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, some said political solution is the solution. That's what one of our viewers, Taiwo Odunlade, said some months ago. That political solution will be one of the solutions to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of that detention. All right. Thank you for joining us once more. It is Citizen Michael Dekunle. Again, 16 civilians killed as Nigerian Air Force bombs Zamfara. Bandits, 16 civilians killed again. Should you call that a mistaken airstrike? We shall be discussing it this morning as well. All right, so the front pages of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper and the Punch newspapers. What are they saying? The Punch and the Nigerian Tribune newspapers this morning they stand. Very, very important one here. Serial outages. Serial outages. Dangote NNPC out total 247 frames. Dump discos generates 6,500 megawatts. Operators blame poor supply for move. Federal government laments exits from national grid. On top of the paper, on page 40, we have how Qatar intervened. How Qatar intervened to save me from Abacha's gulag. That's the ex-president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, talking there. How Qatar, that's Jimmy Carter, who died recently, intervened. That's the former U.S. president. Intervened to save Obasanjo from Abacha's gulag. That's what the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, is teaching out to us this morning. And he also said that they shared some similarities, which I'll be looking at it as well. Nigeria Air Force unveils tough rules to curb airmen's exodus. You can see this on page 41 of the Punch newspaper. PDP factional secretaries set for showdown vow to resume today. Page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Now to the picture of the day. President Bola Tinubu receives in audience the chairman of FBN, Oldco PLC, Oldco PLC, Mr. Femi Otedola, CON, during Otedola's court visit to the president in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, on Sunday. Down the paper, we have Stampede, Oyo Files, murder charges against on his ex-queen. Others, not just on his ex-queen, we also have Oriyomi Amzat facing it with the government of Oyo State. Oyo Files, murder charges against on his ex-queen, Oriyomi Amzat, and others. That's as regards the stampede that led to the killings or loss of lives. About 35 children lost their lives during that stampede in Oyo State, the Ibadan Fun Fair, the Christmas Fun Fair. Ogun housewife stabs husband to death for alleged infidelity. Ogun housewife stabs husband to death for alleged infidelity. Now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. What do you have? NLC 6 dialogue on tax reform bills. The Nigerian Labour Congress 6 dialogue on tax reform bills. Confusion. Lamentation Trail Lagos ban on single use plastics. Page 3 of this story. You can go to page 3 to see more of this story. Federal government probes rise in religious tension in southwest. Page 22. You can get it on page 22. Now, home builders grown under challenge of inadequate artisans, craftsmen. We have it on the front page of this paper. That's page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. PDP. Anxiety as two national secretaries resume today. Opposing supporters spoil for war. You can see this on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Of course, we have our respondents on ground to respond to what we have this morning. Like I said earlier on, someone in the southeastern region is begging President Bola Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We shall be discussing it today. Can forgiveness solve the problem of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have a way of resolving this issue himself, with the federal government? We shall be looking at it together this morning. Gentleman Mike is here with me to deliberate on topical issues. Gentleman Mike, good morning to you. And you come closer.
Good morning, Adekunle.
How are you doing, sir?
Excellently well, and you?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good as well.
Greetings to our viewers across the world.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. You're here too, watching us and saying good morning to
Yeah, we are from another angle.
from another angle this morning. But I think the light is going to disturb us a bit. I don't know if the viewers are enjoying it this way, but we still have to manage it.
Yeah, we make do it.
Yeah. All I got, Gladys Oyabo is here. Good morning to you, Gladys.
Good morning.
King Jogba is here. King Jogba is in Abriba enjoying Ofowere, enjoying Oporoko.
King Joe, good morning.
King Joe, good morning to you. How you doing? He's in Nigeria. Oluwashino Craig, good morning. City Stand TV, good morning to you, Oluwashino.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. He said he's watching from UK.
Good morning.
All right. Thank you so much for watching us. We have T saying good morning, Mr. Mike. The gentleman Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. T.
Salute. All right. Kole is also here saying good morning to the viewers.
Good morning. How you doing? All
right.
It's a brand new day. God bless you all.
Yeah, it's a brand new day, brand new week in the city of Lagos, especially at this 10. And Frank is also saying good morning to us all. Frank saying good morning. Frank Prince, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, King Jogba is still here saying, gentleman Mike, fine morning to you. Yes, my man Mike. I am in Abriba enjoying Oporoko. Interesting. I hope you send our own Oporoko to us at this time. Very soon. Onyekachi Uche. Wow. Good morning to you, Onyekachi, watching us from Germany. Good morning to you, Onyekachi. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. My mama, Enoma, or Sadieye. How are you? Good morning to you.
Good morning.
He's also watching from Germany.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. I know messages are still coming in. Udeze Chima. Good morning to you. Thank you. Andrew Gujivi is here as well. Andrew, good morning. Yeah. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, morning.
He's saying to us, good morning, my people.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thanks for joining
Andrew Ogunjimi. We appreciate everyone for joining us in the comment section this morning. To Robert Uche, we were discussing yesterday for like 1 hour, 30 minutes or so. Robert Uche, that was in the evening. I said good morning to you, Robert Uche, wherever you are right now. Okay, I think you should be at work. Yeah, you should be in his office now. Good morning to you, Robert Uche. Thank you so much for supporting the platform. All right, we are going to be discussing the topic concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and a billionaire businessman from the eastern part of the country said, what we need to do is to beg Tinubu to forgive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, you know what the supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be saying, and I know what some of the viewers on the platform will be saying. The likes of Udeze Chima will be saying, a court of competent jurisdiction has discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are here telling me that we should beg Tinubu. Beg Tinubu for what? Is Tinubu more powerful than the court, the judiciary?
I hope you are not preempting this Chima.
I know what this Chima will say.
I know you are not speaking, so allow him to make.
All right, okay. Quickly to the story. Billionaire businessman Prince Arthur Eze urged President Bola Tinubu to forgive the embattled leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Eze said that please listen very well. Unlike former President Muhammadu Buhari, who detained Kanu, Tinubu has a spirit of forgiveness and about no enemies. Is it true that Tinubu has a spirit of forgiveness?
Yes.
Don't forget Rauf Aregbesola. Yes. Don't forget the former governor of Lagos State, Ambode, and the likes.
He has embraced some of them back. Ambode was with him where they had dinner at the State House in Onikonde. He brought them all together. It's just like bringing an alumni of.
Can you hold it, Kule? I'm coming to you. I'm coming. Let's quickly give Mike, gentleman Mike. I know you have so much to say this morning. Speaking with journalists in Enugu, the notable industrialist also stated that Tinubu means well for the Igbo. It means well for the Igbo nation, as evidenced by his recent actions regarding the Southeast. As I said, these measures were an indication that Tinubu loves the Southeast. According to Eze, we need to thank the president for his concerns towards addressing the infrastructure gaps in the Southeast region. We have to thank President Bola Tinubu for establishing the Southeast Development Commission, SEDC. Remember, we have clamored for this commission since the end of the Nigeria-Biafra war without success.
Additional states.
It is only Tinubu who has demonstrated his love for us by establishing this commission. That commission will solve our problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained by Buhari, not Tinubu. Buhari is a hardliner, but we shall beg Tinubu to forgive him. He has the spirit of forgiveness. He has no enemy. Michael. Many have preferred solution to the crisis. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing. Of course, we all know that he's still in the detention of the federal government. The federal government owns the DSS. They are still holding him there. Like they said sometimes ago, the best way to resolve this issue is by applying certain conditions, and political solution should be the best solution to it. Now, do you think Tinubu is capable of forgiving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Looking at what this man said, is he that kind of person that can easily forgive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite the fact that he was accused of certain issues in the country?
Thank you, Adekunle Michael. All that Chief Arthur Eze rolled out concerning some of the attributes of Mr. President, they are facts, and we cannot discountenance all of that. They are facts that he has rolled out in Southeast Commission and all of some of the steps he has taken along the southeastern region in terms of ensuring that we also experience developmental procedure and all of that. They are facts, as I said earlier. As to directly to your question in terms of if Ashwaju is capable of indeed forgiving Mr. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think he's the president. He has the power to do so. he has the power to they pronounce the prerogative of mercy, if I recall how they used to call it, and all of that, on him, and every charges will be dropped, and he will be a free man. He has the power as the commander-in-chief of armed forces to so do. As to if he will follow that route, I think he's the only one that can establish that. I may not be able to speak for him, but he has what it takes. He's the president, and he can do all of that. Don't also forget that my opinion has always been concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My opinion has always been that a political solution should be looked into, and not necessarily allowing him to go through the hurdles of the courts, which he has been going through all this while. Also, I'm against continuous and endless incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You should understand that all this while he has been incarcerated and courts have been adjourning. There was a time the Supreme Court even made pronouncement and all of that, and yet it's in court. That's injustice. I mean, in my view, if you are perceived or you are alleged to have committed any crime against the state has every cause to arrest and prosecute diligently. Our courts must be alive and refuse to play games with people's lives. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed any offense, by now I expect the court to have made a specific pronouncement and finalize the matter. If he's going to jail, let it be pronounced from the court. If he's going to be let off the hook, let it be done by the court. But for an endless incarceration and endless detention, it is unacceptable. It's against even his fundamental human rights.
All right, it's against his fundamental human rights, and I've been wondering what motivated this billionaire businessman, Arthur Eze, to say that we have to beg Tinubu to forgive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But before going into that, already the viewers have started talking about the man. I don't really know the man, but of course trust our viewers on the platform. What are they saying? Udeze Chima first. Arthur Eze is one of the Afonjas in Igbo land. I think we discussed that something about Afonja last week.
Afonja in course now.
That was on Saturday. Betrayal in Igbo land. That's the meaning. Arthur Eze is one of the Afonjas in Igbo land. Udeze Chima still goes on. Yeah, you see why this old man has no respect from the southeastern youth, and for the southeastern youth. An old man like him should be telling Tinubu to obey that court verdict that acquitted Nnamdi Kanu instead of this sacrifice. I told you. I know what Mazi Udeze Chima.
Yeah, you spoke for him earlier.
I told you now. Udeze Chima again. Kule, are you listening? Arthur Eze is only trying to protect his oil wells, because if he says anything against Tinubu, the license will be withdrawn, which means it will be revoked. King Joba, my man, Mike, I told you before that Tinubu will not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he has a devil heart, just like Buhari. He never forgives. The best solution is to grant Nnamdi Kanu a referendum. It's just simple and not too much to ask for. You can see what these gentlemen have been saying on the platform. Okule, you want to react to this? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, Mike. All what I've been listening to and I've been digesting here, I think Nnamdi Kanu, that guy, is due for release. They've punished him a lot. In our hadith, they say if you, discipline a child with the right hand, and you can use the left hand to embrace him back. And I think since his compatriot, Igbo, has been released. Nevertheless, their case is similar, likewise, because both of them were, engaging on agitations of their different regions. And I always put it on hashtag release Nnamdi Kanu, no matter how. he has learnt his lesson, and but the main point now is, where is Binta Iyako, the woman in charge of the case? When you freed him from some charges and the remaining charges you are holding him for, why are that charges being not brought to, I mean, to book, so that they can start the trial? The trial is, I mean, abandoned as I'm looking at it now, because it's been a while now that they take Nnamdi Kanu to court. So where is Binta Iyako, Justice Binta Iyako? Where is it? Where is she? You know, because I can see maybe the trial, that's Binta Iyako too, she's not going to be an happy woman, because her husband himself is inside the, what's it called? I think he has been jailed for one things or the other. So I think if they can transfer that case away from Justice Binta Iyako to another, although it's an erudite, you know, judge, man, and I know it's antecedent, but as it is, the mind might not be settled, because our husband itself is in the custody as I'm talking to you now. That's Admiral Binta Iyako, yes, Iyako. It's a naval man. So what I'm saying now is, as Nnamdi Kanu is now, he needs to be released, and the people too, the followers, be careful. They should more be careful about their utterances, because you see, the problem generally, I can say it loud and clear, and I won't mind my words. The problem in the East is the youth. They are causing most part of this problem, because when Nnamdi Kanu was about to release, there was conditions attached to it, that we know you have crowds, but curtail the crowds. As we are releasing you, we don't want people around, and they gave that to Showore too. You know, that was why Showore went on to asylum in the house asylum. And what they expected Nnamdi Kanu to do then was, you guys, you've tried enough for me, but stay away for a while. Pending the time, I will hold my ground with these people. But immediately they released Nnamdi Kanu, there was no crowd control. And you know, the lot of the supporters of Kanu, they are just supporting him. They don't love him. Because if they love him, they will have, you can't fight government. That's it. They will have calmed down, let him settle down. He will have even I'm sure he was telling them, but the crowd was too much for him. And they gathered again. That means you went against the law that released you, the condition they gave to you. And there is always condition attached to any crime, any issues in court that anybody have.
Now I'm still coming back to you. Yeah. I'm still coming back. Gentlemen, Mike, step forward. I'm still coming back to you. You still have so much to dish out this morning. Does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu deserve forgiveness? Truly, does he really deserve forgiveness? This is a person that was charged, with treason, treasonable felony. So, does he really deserve the forgiveness of President Bola Tinubu? By the right, it didn't happen in the administration of President Bola Tinubu. It happened in the government of the former President Muhammadu Buhari. Does he really deserve the forgiveness of President Bola Tinubu? And what do you think is holding Bola Tinubu from granting this man freedom?
I think he does deserve forgiveness. Every one of us do err from time to time, and we do ask for forgiveness. What is important is that we knew how the whole episode played out in terms of what his role was in terms in directing his members and all of that. Some of the instructions he gave to his members, which amounts to treason anyway.
During the NSAS protest,
and even before NSAS, and if I may quickly talk about what Mr. Kunle said a while ago in terms of when the bail condition was given, and some of those conditions were, he was asked to adhere to some of these conditions and all of that. Don't also forget that what led to him even leaving the country, that was now held to have jumped bail, was that the house was invaded by the military. The military invaded his house. People were shot in that process and all of that, and he needed to flee for his life. So you have given him condition. I think they should have waited for him to violate some of those conditions, and probably invited, not the way and manner they descended on his house, and people were even killed in the process. I mean, nobody's going to wait for such.
Yeah.
If you are still breathing, you have opportunity to escape. You just have to escape. And then we were told that he jumped bail. Anybody will have to escape. Haven't been invaded in such a manner that was not. He would have been invited at that level. People like that, there's no hiding place. It is not at that level you want to be hiding under a finger. He should have been invited that, Mr. Man, you have violated this, and we can, probably the arrest can be done at that point. But the apartment was invaded and people were killed. So for me, as I said earlier, I still believe that Mr. President has the ball on, his courts. The offense has been committed.
Okay.
It is a known fact that some statements were made that are treasonable in nature. It's in the public. These are not my words. It's in the public that indeed he made some statements that are treasonable in nature. But because of all that surrounded this particular issue, all the agitations that it has brought about in the southeast, all the destabilization that it has brought about, we have lost a lot of our military guys. If not in hundreds. These are people's fathers and all of that. If you look at what we have lost as a result of that case, and in the spirit of the fact that we are still talking about one Nigeria, there it is not too much if we look at granting him pardon. After all, even Boko Haram, Konian as they were granted pardon, and we're told that we don't have repentant Boko Haram in Muhammadu Buhari's administration.
All right, Kule, I know you want to react to what Mr. Mike just said. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, what I want to say is, at least there should have been caution for the non-state actors that were supporting Nnamdi Kanu there, because the lawyer himself warned them. These are the law of ground. When Nnamdi Kanu was released, let him have his rest. And that was those people that just were covering up that they are supporting Nnamdi Kanu. Are they not the one that are killing all around in the southeast now? Are they not the one that are causing issues now? And you could remember that Nnamdi Kanu said they should release him. If they release him, they should give him 1 day or 2 days to clear the menace of that southeast. So I want to say, you see, when you are under the captivity of the law, you must obey all the conditions for you to get out of that place. I told you, Igbo was on a house asylum. Nobody around, no all of his take it back, nothing like that.
That was because in Benin Republic.
Not in Benin Republic, in Abuja there. They picked him up and they judge his case in Abuja.
It's not Igbo.
No.
It's not Igbo.
I mean, I'm talking of Showore.
Okay.
I'm talking of Showore. Pardon me. I'm talking of Showore. And they put, attacking the soldiers, the police. Are they helping you? No, are they helping you? They are not helping. And these non-state actors too, they are the one on the street now, causing mayhem all around in the southeast. Nnamdi Kanu, this is the condition. Please, we don't want crowd around you, because they know those crowds, some of them are nuisance. Some of them are, criminals. They will use that opportunity. You could see what happened in Lagos when the NSAS, the real NSAS protester, we were in Obale, what's it called, Alausa there. We were carrying out the NSAS movement, and some criminal, they infiltrated us. We never even knew. We never knew that these people are criminals until we start fishing them one by one. We are here for protest. We are not here to loot. We are not here to, So such thing happens at times. They will use that advantage of Nnamdi Kanu too. And that was the number one issues he had. They, surrounded his house, constituting menace. Somebody that they just released. The truth has to be told. Everybody, I want him to be released because he's bold enough with this agitation. I've went under that route during the Babangida must go, and we paid dear for it. I lost a session in which they said I should come back next year. When they tell you go on one year suspension and come back, that means they don't want you again. Your name is already in the red book.
All right, let's go to the comment section and see what some of our viewers are saying. The man, Arthur Eze, is not Igbo's spokesman. He only fights for his oil business. He's a fulefu. Okay? A fulefu or a fulefu. Hassan Kudus, if Tinubu has spirits of forgiveness, he won't inherit enemies of Buhari. Wow. Udele Chima, if Tinubu is a political guru, as his people claim, he would have used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get the heart of the Igbos right from the first day he assumed office, but he failed to use that opportunity. Amos is only in a country that is that should be begging for nonsense after court order. I don't want to use the statement the comment you used here, Amos. Please, let's be civil with what we are right. Thank you so much. Udele Chima, Buhari arrested him. What stops Tinubu from releasing him as the Democrats he claimed he is? Andrew Kanu can only be released if he promised to drop Biafra agitation. They knew that is more popular than even President Bola, I don't want to use that word, than even President. All right. Do you see Kanu as a person that can let go Biafra? Just one minute. Sorry, I'm coming. Do you see him as someone that can let go Biafra?
That is not a view from the little I know about him. I think he's a man that knows exactly what he wanted from the onset, and he has not backed down right from the time he emerged with that vision and all of that. So for me, I don't see him bowing
down to pressure.
Some of this pressure. It's not likely to bow to some of this pressure that we're seeing. Things can be worked out. I'm not against things being worked out as a political solution, but as to whether I want to be part of this country or not, I think people should have right to pursue that legally, so peacefully. People should have right to determine whether they want to be part of a place or not. It shouldn't be a problem. There should be, in fact, in our constitution, there should be a procedure, an operating procedure to such, so that it will naturally bring down this tension. Why do you want to pull things that are of extreme together? Why are you forcing things to happen? Things should happen naturally. People should feel safe and loved in their country if they so believe in that country. So when you see a group of people, when you see a particular ethnic group saying, I think I will be better for it if I'm alone, there should be something in our constitution that should allow such to happen naturally. If indeed the majority believe in such cause, then it will stand. If majority doesn't believe in it, it will crumble. But forcing things to happen is one of the problems that we are still going through as a nation. We must put that, but I don't see it coming coming just like that. As I always say, it's not going to be a tea party. Because the beneficiaries of the present status quo will never want to allow such. Those that are profiteering from the present arrangements, they are in every region, including the southeast. They are there. Will never want to allow such to happen. But that would have been the ideal thing if things should be allowed to happen naturally. Don't force me into a system that I feel I will be better off if I'm outside of that system. That is my view, Michael.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Many thanks, my
you
brother.
for coming. All right, Femi, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine.
All right, we've been discussing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu here, the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his detention. That's what we've been discussing. I know you've been, listening to us behind. Now, to Frank Prince is telling me to respond to his question. Okay, let me see what Frank Prince has said here. All right, Tinubu has nothing to do concerning issues of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Does Tinubu have heart to forgive before he released Sunday Igbo? This is to tell how Igbos are marginalized. Wow. Udeze Chima Binta Nyako has rejoiced herself from Kanu's case, as Kanu requested, because he has no confidence in her. The case is yet to be assigned to another judge. Fulanis are holding MNK, that's Ozo Biafra 147. Fulanis are holding MNK because he told Nigerians the truth that Buhari is dead. That man parading as Buhari is not Buhari.
Don't let us go back. Go to that side.
Okay. The issue of cloning.
So let's leave that one.
I think that
That's nothing to
got Buhari annoyed.
That is not a case. I don't want us to discuss because it's signed. If I want to believe that one, I'll be sounding gullible, and I don't want to be gullible. And even when they say that, I don't believe that one. Well, I don't believe in what they are saying. It's not everything that Nnamdi Kanu said. I will believe. Issue of cloning is not what I want to be discussing here. Let's discuss Nnamdi Kanu case of detention and every other thing. That issue of cloning, I don't want to discuss it at all. So let's talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if in the face of Tinubu, is a free man? Apart from that, he has a case against Buhari. Even against Tinubu, Nnamdi Kanu has case. Go and listen to the video, to the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when we were when people were protesting, doing EndSARS. I listened to that video. Oh, he will receive call like a broadcaster. Okay, how many police stations have you burned? Have you burned that? Burn it down. How many have you burned? You have not burned that. To tell you that even when you are crying, try to see.
I was during the live broadcast.
Yes, now. When your Bible said that Taban Sokun Amanriran, when you are crying, try to see. We cannot say.
But something prompted him to say that.
Like what? Like he wants Biafra. So he wants Biafra. He wants to destroy Nigeria.
During EndSARS, I think he made that statement as a result of the shootings.
It was before shooting, Mr. Michael.
Are you sure it was
before? It was before shooting. Number one,
after the shooting,
it was before shooting
of the protesters.
Yeah, Mr. Michael. Yoruba will say, just face what you are looking for in the market. Look at Professor Banji Akintoye. Professor Banji Akintoye faced the agitation of Yoruba. He has never condemned the administration of President Buhari. And has never condemned the administration of President Bola Tinubu. He will give you the reason to quit Nigeria. That he was the one that came out and told us the figure of Yoruba that has fought victim. He will not tell you that this administration is doing well or they are not doing well. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that day is not part of agitating. It's not part of agitating for Biafra. Destroying Lagos cannot give you Biafra. That is the truth of the matter. If they destroy Lagos, he cannot guarantee Biafra. That is the truth of the matter. So why calling for destroying, burning? Okay, since they have now burned all those things now, what changed? What has changed? Nothing has changed. That is the truth of the matter. Burn all the police station in Lagos State, they will build another one. Burn Tinubu house, they will build another one. Even burn Tinubu himself, Nigeria continue. He cannot guarantee you Biafra. So why not concentrate on you are agitating for something? You are calling for the head of presidents. Can head of Buhari give you Biafra? That is the truth of the matter. There are some statements you don't even against Igbo. I have some similar situation. When talk is too much, more than what you are looking for, then there will be problem. Like coming out and say, if they send 1,000 soldiers to me, it will only remain. Are you sure? So if you shoot you like this, bullet will not enter. Okay, now let's try it. You see the film in his house now. You have to say wait. You see the film in his house. When you are doing, and immediately they started this thing. And I condemn. I usually, I did program when I was with you in your former place. I usually say all these things. Too much talk does not need. Too much bragging does not need. Do you know that if you remember Koiki will come on social media. They are going to burn their palace. You cannot achieve this thing by like that. That is the truth of the matter. Since they have started it, sit at home. As federal government come out and complain, it is their state governor that come out to complain. If the whole Southeast come out today and they say they want to sit at home, honestly speaking, it doesn't. Tinubu may be moved. It doesn't move Buhari. It doesn't concern him. It's only if you say federal government is losing. Oh, it's today. They are not. This is not the first time they are losing. It's the little one that they come to the pocket of the federal government. They share it with their cronies, and the little one that they remain. That's what they will release. That is the truth of the matter.
All right, Udeze Chima say something here. Femi, that means you are still far from the realities of life. I can solidly use artificial intelligence to use your voice to say something. That wasn't Kanu. It was an AI that they used to do that.
That is a motherfucker lie. Do you know the problem of these people? They don't accept responsibility
or mistakes.
Yes, they don't accept responsibility. They believe that everything that is happening in their side is Fulani that causes it. That their own people, they don't contribute to it. It is their politician. It is Fulani. Let me tell you what I just read on newspaper. There is a bread making in Anambra, selling at rate of 1,700 in Lagos. But during Christmas at Anambra, they sell it at rate of 2,005. Somebody said he bought it at rate of 3,005. The same bread that was made in Anambra, sold 1,700 in Lagos State and Anambra. During Christmas, it becomes 2,005. It becomes 3,005. Somebody said he bought 2 loaves of bread, 5,000 naira. Two loaves of that bread, 10,000 naira. That means they sold each one of it for him at rate of 10,000 naira. Let me tell you, ask me for the problem of Yoruba, I will tell you. The one that I listened to Igbo himself said, Sebi, I come out and tell you, Igbo is a Yoruba man. Me, I accept responsibility. If you say anything about Yoruba that I know that it's a part of Yoruba challenge, I accept it. Not that I have been looking for an excuse. Artificial, what? It's a lie. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I listened to that video, and that's not the first video Nnamdi Kanu made. That's not the first video. He has always been like that. He has always been like that. And I know that you cannot achieve what you want through the game Nnamdi Kanu is playing. Look at all this man too now, Simon Ekpa. Look at Simon Ekpa too. In fact, the word of Nnamdi Kanu is even more peaceful than Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa, that people will commit crime in their place. People will kill Nigeria soldier. People will do all sorts of things. And he will be gladly accept the responsibility that it was his own men that he achieved it. He said, see, Nigeria soldier, we have put them. Tomorrow now, if they arrest him and they charge him, he will still say it's artificial. It's artificial, whatever. Honestly speaking, until you look inward yourself and you accept some blame and you accept some responsibility, you cannot go anywhere. That is the truth of the matter.
All right, moving on to the comment of Udeze Chima. I'm still going back to Frank Prince. He's saying I'm not talking about his own comments in the comment section. I'm still coming to that. I will check very well. I can't see all the comments, Frank Prince, but I will make sure I check well. All right, Femi, Sunday Igbo called for the death of the Fulanis. Why was he released? Now, still talking about Okay, you want to talk
I want
about
to talk
Fad
about
before
that
that?
one.
Before
And
moving
the
to-
person that talked, it's not for
Udeze.
the cause of for the death of Fulani. That was not what makes Sunday Igboho to be culpable. I've been saying it that I like Sunday Igboho to be on that line. You know, when Sunday Igboho first rise up, it's not the first time he rise up. I've been hearing Sunday Igboho since when I was young. Sunday Igboho fought in Modakeke and Ife war on the side of Modakeke. Now, when the case of Fulani came, Sunday Igboho came out and started giving Fulani chase. He chased Iskilu Wakili from that side. He chased him to Iloni. Now, those at that time when he said that death to Fulani, that any Fulani that want to threaten us. But that's not what makes Sunday Igboho to be culpable. It was when Sunday Igboho started agitating for the Yoruba nation. That's what will make federal government, that will give federal government chance to hit him. And I've been saying it that if to say Sunday Igboho maintain down his lane of supporting Yoruba to chase out or make sure that the Fulani in Yoruba, they put their hand where it's supposed to be. He wouldn't have been a vagabond. He would have a chance to remain in Nigeria. Now it's not free. It's no longer a free man because of Yoruba nation. And I said Sunday Igboho should have lived agitation for Yoruba nation for Professor Banji Akitoye. Professor Banji Akitoye is a perfect example of a good agitator that I know. Sunday Igboho should have maintained that his lane. When he said death to the Fulanis, you know what Sunday Igboho went through now? Don't you see the film? They saw him in his house. It's not a small matter. Up to this moment, even if Sunday Igboho come to Nigeria, people give him advance, don't trespass, and the statement that will be coming out from his mouth, it will be regulated. And he has never stayed for 3 weeks in Nigeria since when. The only time Sunday Igboho came since Tinubu came was when his mother died, and immediately he buried his mother, he traveled again. That is the truth of the matter. Because if he stay at home now, he started committing those things, he will have problem. Don't you know the synergy between Buhari and Tinubu? Before go to Sunday Igboho house, do you know where Sunday Igboho wanted to come? Sunday Igboho wanted to visit Lagos, and they said no. He insists. The day that he will come to Lagos, his house was bombarded. Do you think it's only Buhari that did that one? It's at the hand of Tinubu. So Sunday Igboho, even if he's working now, despite that, this man, they don't know Tinubu. When they shoot out at Lekki, do they target Igbo? Is it only Igbo they are targeting? When they shoot people at Lekki, it's both Yoruba and Igbo. They shoot everybody. So Tinubu don't send anybody. So far you have problem with him. Even if you are Yoruba, you are in trouble. That's the truth of the matter.
Yeah, to Andrew Ogunjimi in the comment section, he believes Sunday Igboho compromised. That was why he was released. Is it true? Did he compromise?
Well, Sunday Igboho was in Benin Republic.
Did he bow down to pressure?
I'm not sure he bowed down.
Living the struggle?
He didn't leave the struggle. But Sunday Igboho was, thank God he has escaped from Nigeria to Benin Republic. If to say they were able to arrest him in Nigeria,
yeah.
it would have been a different case. It will have been a total different case. But he was arrested at the Benin Republic, a different government entirely, which Yoruba ethnic, we have grand there. We have so many Yoruba in that place. Even the current president of the current prime minister of the Benin Republic can be traced to Yoruba side. So that's why they were able to negotiate his release from Benin Republic. You know how many times Buhari was made, Buratai was made ambassador to Benin Republic to go and be monitoring Sunday Igboho. That's the truth of the matter. Before some Yoruba rise up, Professor Wole Soyinka, even Obasanjo, all of them rise up and secure for the release of Sunday Igboho at Benin Republic. It's not Nigeria government that released Sunday Igboho. It was Benin Republic. Benin Republic government. And if you know what Sunday Igboho even passed through before he was released, you know that he sustained injury. After the attack on his house, do you know how many of his allies were killed? Gruesomely murdered. It's an horror film.
By the Nigerian government.
By the Nigerian government. If you watch the film, if they catch Sunday Igboho that time, he will have become an issue. If they catch him that day, Sunday Igboho will have become history. So his mother said was behind him, he was able to escape, and he was running away. They catch him at the Benin Republic. And you know how many months he even spent in the Republic before he was released. He has injury in his body and he was detained. Even though was something that they put him inside cell and they still chain him because some people say, you put somebody in the detention and you still chain the person.
Now, does it mean President Bola Tinubu and former President Muhammadu Buhari share the same ideology or vision of there's no vacancy for division in Nigeria or separation?
Honestly speaking, if you want to ask me about the body language of President Bola Tinubu, the term he stand upon before, first of all, if people say he said that he didn't believe in one Nigeria in one time, at some point,
yeah,
one Nigeria at one point, that the way Nigeria, this oneness of Nigeria, this is not how to become one. But I believe in his ideology of power diffusion through federalism, and he has started that struggle since when he was Lagos State Governor by creating LCDA. He has started this agitation through federalism, and it was PDP government that are having problem with it. Do you know that Tinubu have made move to generate power locally in state? It was federal. Yes, it was federal that go against it. These are the things that we should have been able to achieve for a very long time. But there are some people that are over there that they don't want this nation to move forward. If they say they allow President Bola Tinubu as governor that time to generate power for Lagos State locally, every other state will have copied and Nigeria will have moved on. This one that they are now doing, that APC are now doing, that states can now generate their power, is what Tinubu has embarked upon for a very long time. So if you want to say, like when they say is Nigeria one, I will say one. Yes, Mr. Michael, do you know that Jesus said, a man, for this reason, a man will leave his father's mother and join his wife, and they shall become one. But if after they become one, he said one is head. Husband is the head. The woman is supporter. So, one, this is head. This is body. There is no place we will say we are one, and all of us we will be equal. That equality we are looking for, we will not be able to see based on our intelligence, based on our culture, based on our topography of our land, and our mineral resources that God deposit in our area. Before Oyinbo come, I mean, before we have this present administration that we are having, Ocean has been there in Lagos and give Lagos State edge ahead of every other geographical area in this Nigeria. Even if we have our Yoruba nation, can we be equal in Yoruba nation? Tell me how we will become, we will have a Yoruba nation and Ogun State will not dominate us. They have been about a very long time, educationally. All the leader Yoruba
in position.
All the leader Yoruba has produced, they are from Ogun State.
Most of them are from
Most of them. The first president we have is from Ogun State. The first vice president we have is from Ogun State. Yes, military. The interim we have is from Ogun State.
The one that his election was annulled
is from Ogun State.
That
is the truth of the matter. So, likewise in Southeast, is there any state you will compare with Anambra?
Noble Laureate.
There is no. Noble Laureate is from Ogun State. Does it mean that all of us we are not important? We are important, but that's how situation has found it that Ogun State has gone ahead, all of us. So when we are discussing about oneness of Nigeria, it does not mean that all of us we will develop at the same pace. No, even in America, they don't develop at the same pace. No. But we don't want a situation where a particular place will be developing and the other one will be so far. That's what we are crying for. So our oneness, as stands, we can redefine our oneness and make sure that we give every area equal opportunity to develop, but we cannot develop at the same pace.
All right, talking about marginalization, we have Frank Prince saying something very, very crucial here. He said, Tinubu has nothing to do concerning the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, but the Tinubu we are saying that can forgive, that has the spirit of forgiveness, once released Sunday ago.
It was not Tinubu that released Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, he released Sunday ago.
It was.
I just want to read his comment out.
Yes, go read it.
His comment out. Released Sunday ago. This is to tell you how Igbos have been marginalized.
It was not Tinubu that released Sunday ago. Sunday ago was released at Benin Republic.
Since
Tinubu came in, Igbo just managed to come once when his mother died.
He came for the burial of
He
his
came
mom.
for the burial of his mother. And ọwọ́ ìpẹ́lẹ́nu, I mean, omigbona gbọ́dọ̀ pẹ́lẹ́nu ni ọwọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ pàṣẹ àkekèé. A hot water cannot be stay too long in the mouth, and you cannot put your hand into the hole of a scorpion and you remit it there. Immediately it came. Let me tell you.
And it wasn't with the help of just Sunday Igbo. It was with the help of the governors in the southwest. Yeah, the likes of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, and the rest. I get him now. They helped him to speak to President Bola Tinubu. At some point in the eastern region, there was a move by the eastern governors to meet President Bola Tinubu on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know if they succeeded on doing that.
They have met President Bola Tinubu on several occasions seeking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But there are people that are the one that know their governor. They will tell you that this governor you are looking at, do they really seeking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? If they release Nnamdi Kanu today, will those governors still be relevant? The answer is no. Because Nnamdi Kanu is the most popular person in the Southeast now. So telling you that if Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, it may only God know what it can degenerate to. Ordinary jubilation alone in the Southeast can degenerate to something else. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu today, it's not that they want to cause trouble, but jubilation alone can lead to stampede. Yes, that is the truth of matter. Over incitement of release of Nnamdi Kanu alone can lead to stampede. So releasing Nnamdi Kanu is something that needed to be done with careful. It's a needed step that President Bola Tinubu need to take. I solicit and I'm asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but with a very careful something. Number one, Tinubu on himself, apart from that, he will have a case against Nnamdi Kanu personally. Number two, dealing with Fulani. Somebody said if Tinubu is good in calculation, that he should have released Nnamdi Kanu and gain the support of Igbo at the detriment of Fulani. If they ask you to choose who has power most between Igbo and Fulani in Nigeria, who has power? Who can decide?
Is it politically?
Politically, it is Fulani. So it will be very, very hard for President Bola Tinubu to choose who can manipulate. That there will be no question. Historically, Fulani. We are dealing with Fulani, both all the South, even the Hausa, very small fragment, the alien, we are dealing with them and we are still unable to conquer them. It is President Bola Tinubu that just try to look into their face and they are looking at him back that, Oga, that place you are going. When Jonathan was there are areas that Jonathan called no-go area. These are the area that Tinubu is going. No-go area. Just leave it like that. And we cannot continue. We cannot continue like that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Femi. I appreciate you for coming on board. Mr. Olajide. Wow. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Welcome
Good
on
morning,
the program.
viewers on Stand.
Yeah.
We are here to do what you know to how to do best. Speak the truth to the authority. Let the authority hear the alternative voice, rather than those who are around them.
You speak the truth to power.
May God bless. Speak truth to the power. Let them hear our views. So that who knows, God may use what we are saying to touch their heart and begin to a new list of life of how they do things, and before you know it, things will begin to turn around in Nigeria. Because that's our hope, by God's grace.
All right, we're talking about the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a billionaire businessman in the East said that the best thing to do is to beg President Bola Tinubu to forgive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Tinubu has the spirit of forgiveness. He has no enemy. Now, do you see it that way? And do you think forgiveness is capable of getting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the custody of the federal government?
Mr. Mike, I don't know whether you keep track record of individuals' contribution on yes. If you have kept a track of my statements on Kanu, especially Kanu and Samepa, you must have retraced and found out that what my position has been that a reconciliatory process, not rather than prosecution, rather than that of a punishment process. Why did I say so? I've said that the way I'm looking at that matter of Nnamdi Kanu and Samepa is on I'm throwing the part of a constitution process as a means of settling this matter. I said there can never be smoke without fire. I've said this several times. That's why I say if you keep track of record of my my contribution,
your analysis,
yes, on Nnamdi Kanu agitation in Southeast. I said there can never be smoke without fire. There is certainly a reason or reasons why Igbos are agitating. And I said, as a father whose children are expressing grievances, who are not happy, a good father will call his children, hello, honey, sweetheart, what's the complaint? Daddy, I said you should buy me this, and you don't buy me. You have not bought it for me. I said you do this for me. Okay, that's the reason why you are not happy with daddy. Okay, I will take care of it. I will look into it. And the children, they put a smile on their face again, and there'll be happiness between the father and mother, and they will all be going, smoothly everything again. I said that's the reason. That's the reason why agitation, is coming up in the Southeast. Let the President Tinubu be magnanimous in his heart and call Samuel Ekpa Nnamdi Kanu together. Let them be used as a tool of settlement, of concession, of bringing peace back to Southeast, and ask them what are your grievances, what are those things what are your complaints against the state, and they will table it before him.
So you think the federal government don't?
I'm saying that's the line of, that's the path I want President Tinubu to take. Even Buhari, but it's on the agenda of Fulani. They see agitation of Igbos against their interests. That these are people that want to rise up against their conquest interests of the whole country. So that's why they are chosen the path of violence, attack, crushing the agitation of Igbos. But I don't want him to toe that line. I want him to toe a line of reconciliation. Knowing fully well that there certainly must have been reasons why they get up that they are not happy on some. Those things they say they are not happy about, let them list it and present to Tinubu at the head of the government. Like a father, like I said, like a father whose children are complaining, who are not happy, and let him look into it. Okay, this.
Continue what you're saying, sir.
These are.
This place is just like a market square,
So let Tinubu now look into it, and look. These are your complaints. These are what you are not happy about in the church, in the present country for Nigeria. That means to be agitated. I want to go. Okay, these are this. We can address this, but this hold it for now, and let him genuinely address those ones that are that are very, very important, that will bring peace and equity, fairness and justice to them, sense of belonging, and then now ask them, use them as a tool, as a means, as a vessel of reaching out to the whole side, is to douse the agitation that's going on, the violence, the trouble, the killing, the destruction, everything. And I say it will happen, and there will be peace. I set an example of President Musa Yar'Adua with Jonathan, when the Nigeria was really boiling, when militancy war at its peak, Nigerian oil export dropped below 1 million barrels per day, and Nigeria was bleeding. And I said, President Yar'Adua spoke to the Nigerian minister that I'm ready to address your grievances. He sent their brother Jonathan to the creeks. We were in this country, we saw what happened now. And Jonathan went to the creeks, he met the Nigerian minister, and they all agreed. And President Yar'Adua told them, I'm serious, I'm sincere, I'm not deceiving you. I will address your grievances. And Jonathan brought back the report back to President Yar'Adua. It's a pity we lost that man early. He's a man that admitted that his national appearance to power was 40, open. That man was so open-minded. And when he brought it to the President Yar'Adua, what did he do? He addressed the immediate ones. The other issues of resources control, he told them, leave that apart. But other basic one that touches about your life, sustenance, your living standard, he addresses. He created amnesty for them. He started beginning to train them, give them amnesty, send them, those who want to educate for education. They were giving scholarship all around, all over the world. We saw it. Jonathan came, considered with it. And the agitation was doused down to the extent that there's no more. Is there any minister in Nigeria now? Where we have it now is not. President Tinubu can also do this by reconciling the people of the Southeast through these two main actors and be sincere about it. If he does that, the agitation will down them. Every other issues that are inherent in the structure of the country can then be tackled and bring the country back to through federal state. But instead of taking towards the path of killing, crushing, destroying, suppressing, actual violence against them, that should not be the path President Tinubu should take. So I believe in President Tinubu to have large heart, as that Billionaire have said, forgiveness. Bring Kanu out. Kanu, I forgive you. On this is the condition, I'll bring you out. So thing. I want you and Samekpa. Even if they started Samekpa back to Nigeria, that's the same thing I want him to do Samekpa for. It's the same part I want to throw on Samekpa. Bring them up, bring them out, release them, and put them on table, and listen to the grievances, and address those critical ones, and then those ones that are so structurally, let him hold on, and then use them, and then make use of them to go and bring peace, to go back to the society. The agitation will down.
And do you think that will stop the agitation for Biafra?
Excuse me. As long as there's inherent injustice in there, as far as there are some imbalances that are structurally embedded in the system, that is have to be addressed, tackled, because there's no point whereby you cannot have a true state. But those ones that touches their lives, sustenance, those ones should be addressed. The inherent imbalances, inequity, and fairness that can be addressed by taking a bolder step, like through federalism now. How the power will be developed from the center. Those ones are those are the highest points of it. Those can be tackled later, and then a good system will be put in place to address those ones. Those are those things that is causing those socially, those embedded, those foundation, those rooted ones, those are constituted the roots, the foundation of the crisis can be addressed through a special way by maybe constituting a whole think tank of the whole country. Say let's address socially imbalance that's not making us to be a true federal state. Those ones can be addressed, and it will be tackled. Like if the power at the center is too much, we can decentralize it and begin to make us a true federal state.
Now, responding to what you are saying, what you're analyzing on the program this morning,
yes,
OTK is saying that nobody will release a criminal. Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a criminal?
What I forget is that even in law, there's amnesty in law. That man saying there's no in law. I'm not a lawyer. There's amnesty.
Even Boko Haram terrorists. They were granted.
President Biden.
Yes.
President Biden
amnesty.
Grant pardon to his son who was convicted in the US.
Even the Niger Delta militants.
Yes,
pardoned.
I'm just telling you. Let that man know that
upon the havoc they caused in that region.
Even after justice, even trial have been considered in the court of law, and pronounced on the person who's already convicted and serving his sentence. President son have been convicted for gun running in the US. They have been convicted. The presidency now granted the pardon. The law recognizes pardon, amnesty, tempered justice with mercy. These are all provisions that's embedded in the law. So what do you mean by criminality? Somebody is a criminal when he has been pronounced a criminal by court. Yet after that, there's still beyond pronunciation service of your term in the name of pardon, in the name of even the presence of the law. The judge can say, okay, because you are remorseful, you are doing this, in pronouncing judgment on you, even you are guilty, we still give you this.
No sane government will release Nnamdi Kanu OTK again.
That's your own opinion. That's the understanding. But I'm telling you that there's even mentioning Mandela when he was released from prison. What did the apartheid government do? They now set up a Truth and Reconciliation Committee and reconcile even if that's the case. Why do we ask God to forgive us for our sins? Are we not guilty of sin against God? Yes, God forgive us our sins. If Almighty God knew that we human beings have sinned against him, he made a provision for forgiveness and reconciliation by sending Jesus Christ to come and die for our sins. Who is that man that will not be saying somebody will now call somebody perpetually, regard somebody perpetually as a criminal? That's a human. That's ungodly. God, there's a process that yes, you have run you have gone wrong of the system, and the justice have been pronounced on you, either guilty or innocent. And if you have been found guilty, that still is go beyond that. There's still provision for you to still be reconciled back to the system in front of amnesty.
What if they tried it secretly and the man said no? That's Nnamdi Kanu.
That's
Yeah.
that was.
What if they dialogue with him secretly to withdraw from
Look, see, what
Biafra agitation?
Mr.
Yeah,
I'm not,
and he still stands on his ground.
Look, yes, Biafra agitation. I told you there's a sort of some inherent imbalances in the structure of this country that have made lopsided things in favor of some people against the rest. How can, if you run a two federal state, how does the nation be emerged in the first place? Nation emerged by all the parties involved coming together and agree on terms and conditions that will govern how they coexist among themselves. This was not done. The British forced all of us together. Supposing Igbo wanted to become a part of Nigeria, they would have sat down with the Yoruba and Hausa and Fulani now and draw up terms of system. If it's not acceptable to them, they don't form part of Nigeria. They're not part of Nigeria. But they are not consulted. They are not taken into consideration. The external force forced them together with other ethnic nationals to become in Nigeria. And now they have found themselves in that system. There are some things that's not. They're not going on.
They've realized that certain things
so
are not.
So there must be heard. There must be given a chance to be heard, to be given chance. There must be given a chance to draft the terms and agreement that will make them to belong to that thing. If what have been forced into, if you are forced to doing something, and you realize that there are some things that is now going against you, you must be allowed. After there's a self-determination in the law of the country, in the African Charter, in the United States. There's a law of self-determination that you must not be forced to anything. You must be spoken to and willingly agree to be part of that thing based on terms and agreements you reach with those parties you want to go into. So they are not consulted, just like Yoruba. People after they are not consulted.
I'm coming to you, Mr. Olajide.
Yes.
Quickly to Oluwawan of Ogbaland. Oluwawan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, I'll start by reading the comments of Udeze Chima on the platform. Tinubu was committed. I want you to listen as well.
Okay.
Udeze Chima. Tinubu was committed the same offense like Kanu by saying there is nothing like one Nigeria. Why wasn't he in prison?
Tinubu's statement that time was when he was a governor. You see, when person make a statement, forgetting that tomorrow will come. Now tomorrow not come, another person has made the same statement. So it's like two of them are making the same statement on their own fundamental human right, of their own choice on that ground. When Tinubu was making that statement, he was telling the whole Nigeria that we are not one. Likewise, what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to prove now. At the end of the day,
but he didn't infringe on his own fundamental human
yeah,
right.
because see, the difference there is that Tinubu and Kanu, they are different people entirely.
Okay.
One is a Jagaba, the lion of the forest. One is a lion of the people. You understand? Some people will say anything, they will go free. Somebody will say, I will make a government ungovernable, and the government was ungovernable, and they was never arrested or detained. See, somebody now say, let my people go. It was that kidnapped somewhere and put in a place for how many years till now? See, that was giving Nigeria a very diplomatic problem, because we are not really one who look about the scene. But now, see, we have come a long way. We now realize that we are not kids anymore. We are not mature to. We want to go our separate way. We should be allowed. We should somebody like Kanu, now the Kanu, and see what he's fighting for. He's fighting for the freedom of his people. Because in the beginning, you see how they were massacring people in the southeast. You understand? When you start from the Biafra time, see, after that, the Biafra time, they're supposed to have inserted everybody along the line in the field of equal rights of justice. But they were marginalized in that time. Can you imagine? There was a language say Awolowo was telling them to be giving them 20 pounds. You see, they now grow that angriness, that grieviness. They give children. At the end of the day, see the situation that they are marginalizing the Igbos. See, they have a step where the Igbo man will read for army, they will retire. Understand? If anything happens for Ebola now, we want to react, they will send soldier. What about the North? So it's time for us to think twice. And I believe that releasing Kanu will bring forwardness to the society
So
of Nigeria.
do you see President Bola Tinubu as one who can forgive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
See,
of his
it's
atrocities?
it's a political game. Nobody have never committed atrocity. But when we now look in the indoor world, see, Tinubu have the power to release him. I know it's a timetable.
What's stopping? What do you think is stopping him?
It's a timetable.
As a Nigerian, what do you think is stopping him?
See, what is stopping him now? I can believe what is stopping him now, because the political allies in that region, they are,
Okay,
they are,
in the eastern
they are
region.
not really 100% behind the release of
Mazi
Nnamdi Kanu.
Kanu.
See, if there is really that 100% behind, see, there will be difference in negotiating the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
Definitely, he has offended many people
Yes,
in the southeast.
yes. See, there must be a forgiving spirit.
Can we conclude that way?
No, if you are offended, something bring your annoyance to become offended to anybody. So at the end of the day, there must be settlement. See, now when you look about the southeast, the number one name when you Nnamdi Kanu. So releasing him will bring a positive step to Nigeria, because when you watch Nigeria, Igbo, they do everywhere for Nigeria. They are the economic power of Nigeria. So you can't take away that one from them. When you now say the side is not in a peace, every day army die, every day police die. The way police and army they die for that side. No, they die for southwest for that. No, they die for north. No, when we talk about north, those people are around.
They died there.
No, insurgency is very different. Those are the machinery from other countries with sophisticated way to come. But when you look about the other side, they call them gunmen. They are not friendly with the government on ground there. See, that's why there's a counter attack every day. So that one should be solved, and peace will reign. Nigeria will move forward, because I believe that Tinubu is a brave man enough. He will release him. See what he just done now. He appoints Ojukwu,
Bianca,
yes,
his wife.
yes. So there is it's penetrating in that environment, and I believe releasing of Nnamdi Kanu will give him a plus.
All right, thank
Hello,
you so much.
Mr. Mike.
All right.
Yes, that question you asked me, whether see, if everyone is saying Nnamdi Kanu has offended some people in the southeast, we should always talk from beginning of a thing.
How did it start?
Yeah, how did something start? When IPOB started with Kanu, how did it start the agitation? They were going about peaceful demonstration, holding flags, peaceful procession. That's what they were doing. We are not carrying arms. We are not destroying anybody. We are not obstructing anybody. But what led them to where they are right now? Government of Buhari was one that turned the whole thing to violence. He sent army at them, begin to attack peaceful, demonstrating IPOB members. And people begin to run for their life. They kill some of them. Even Kanu was about almost being assassinated. So they pushed them on the ground. They pushed them to begin to defend themselves against the state who carry arms against a peaceful demonstrating people whom the government of the day find they have no reason to come out at all and demonstrate. Whereas they have their fundamental rights to self-determination and to expect that their grievances to the state to the government of the day at that time. But the government chose the wrong method because of the sinister, mischievous intention of the man in power at that time to suppress and capture everywhere. And so when agitation came from the southeast against their injustices, I'm a man that came against them. They thought that these are people that are disturbing their own agitation to realize their own intention. They have to crush them. That's the man said, crush them, silence them. They will give up. Whereas they mistaken. Instead of crushing them, taking by taking a violent step to crush them, they rather send them on the ground and become. When they came out, they now came out as a resistance movement. It was only peace lobbying, demonstrating. They put us to the wall, and now they now came out as a resistance, violence against the state. So, in the course of doing that, yes, when two elephants, when
they meet.
yes, the guy will suffer. When two iron hit each other, one must bend. Of course, the power of the state is more than their own, but they are also making their own statement known to the state too. If you have means of violence, we also have access to that same means of violence. So in the case of violence versus violence, the casualty is bound to happen. When casualty happens, you don't blame anybody. Don't put the blame on Biafra. See, I'm talking this way because as a man, I shouldn't be talking this way if I want to be sectional. But I'm talking in this way in the sense that if there's no equity, fairness, and justice, on Mr. Mike, there cannot be peace. You can't be asking me, I'll be peaceful. When you are cheating me, when I see inequity, injustice, fairness, unfairness in the system, and you are exhibiting this against me, I can't be peaceful at you. I can't. That if there's any peace, that's a piece of graveyard of which I'm withdrawing to my ship to go and strategize and launch an attack and come out in strongly against you. Those periods you see me quiet, you think I'm peaceful. No, what is happening to me is that I've just gone back to take stock of what you are doing against him and really plan, strategize, and to come out against you. And when I come out, I'll come out in a violent way. He will make peaceful violence, peaceful changes, impossible, make violent changes inevitable. So let them not put blame on IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu. He has caused.
We can't shut their mouth.
Okay.
So that's it. We can only beg them.
Okay. We are begging you. So we can only beg you. We are begging you on his behalf.
Because they have the right to speak.
Okay.
They have the right to argue.
Okay.
And they even have the right to fight.
Okay. Mr. Kule, we are begging you.
All right.
As
Everybody.
You are the leader now.
All right. It's one of those things, and you respect it.
Yes.
On a straight program like
So,
this. All right.
like I was explaining, whoever is holding Kanu as responsible for the atrocity committed in the Southeast, it's not equitable, it's not fair in that assessment of that matter. What is the root? If you put somebody to act of defense, act of defending himself, whatever he does in the act of defending himself is not a crime. These are people who came out demonstrating peacefully, holding their flags. Yes, that's how they started IPOB agitation. But Buhari government, because of their agenda of trying to dominate and conquer the whole country for Fulani plantation agenda, they saw that agitation as a threat that will stop to achieve their own aim. They roll out armed tank military against them to crush them, and they have to run in their self-defense. That does not mean that they should not give up agitation. That's the mistake Buhari made. It was by rolling armed tank against them, it will crush them. They will stop from agitating. It's a conscientized matter. It's yes. Once something has gone beyond ordinary expression by mouth, it has gone to the heart, it has been conscientized. You can't stop it any longer. They would rather pay with their blood for that matter for them to do that matter. So matters have gone conscientized, they can't stop it again. So they have now come out in expressing themselves in the act wherever they can defend themselves. And whatever they can lay their hands upon. That will now bring them in confrontation with state authorities. And so in the course of exercising their self-defense, while they're expressing their interest, their mind, whatever done in that act cannot be taken to be you cannot lay that to IPOB as being criminal. I mean, we can't hold them responsible for it. Government is the architect of this one that forced them to it. Whole government accountable to that. Whole government being the one who caused that to happen. So that's why I don't agree with those who are saying Kanu is a criminal. No, can't you just get up one day and begin to kill people? Criminals are people who are serial killers who just get up, carry and begin to kill like they have in US. Those are criminals. Those who take up arm and go to school and shoot sporadically and kill people. That's criminal. Can't you not take up arm and begin to do that? If his members are bearing arm in the first place, they bear arm in self-defense against the state, who said they must not express their grievances.
I'm coming, sir. Oluwa want to sorry, is forgiveness capable of solving the underlying issues? Driving the continuous detention of the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
See, when you say forgiveness, without forgiveness, nobody move forward. If somebody offend you, if you don't forgive him, see, your mind will not be able to clean. Both of you will be still be that in enmity, slave, bondage. See, Nigeria state with the other part of Nigeria, they like in a bondage. Enemy tango. Can you imagine every day there's problem. There's unnecessary demonstration of fights between the state and those groups because of that unforgiveness. See, let us try to forgive ourselves. See, our heart will be free. See, when you forgive Nnamdi Kanu, you release him, forgive him no matter the atrocity, no matter the condemnation, no matter his speech, no matter he has done in the past. All human beings are equal to do anything, but when the forgiving will now come, somebody will now realize that he's done wrong and they forgive him. He will not move forward. He will join the government to make Nigeria move forward. So I will appreciate whereby a forgiveness is put on the table. Let him go. Just say when temper justice with mercy. You understand? You understand? So you see, let the young man go and let that atmosphere of peace reign. Because my friend just come by the other day. He said, one is 7 o'clock. If you don't believe person will get liver, you can't come outside. See, I say men will come outside for street or no government. Say, if you don't get liver, you have to go inside your house. It's not supposed to be so. In this environment here, you can sleep 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Nobody will harass you. Why is it different? We are in a one nation. But somewhere it's not safe because one language is not forgive. Let's forgive ourselves and move the nation forward. Because without forgiveness, there will be destruction. Please, we are praying for the present administrative, which is not Fulani man. It's a Yoruba man. And you know the feeling. Your feeling of Yoruba man is different from the feeling of Fulani man. So there is a different line. So let him, as a father, forgive his son, no matter it did. There was a prodigal son that came at the end of the day. The father never said what you have done. He embraced him. Say, let peace reign. That's what we are looking for. Because we are one.
Are you expecting President? You said it before that President Bola Tinubu should call Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ask them what they want.
Yes,
So
yes, they have reason.
Everything,
they know what they want.
I'm still telling President Bola Tinubu to told the path of reconciliation, healing the wounds, not opening up more wounds. I'm telling you, Simon Ekpa. Now, I wish Simon Ekpa should be extradited to Nigeria for the purpose of the conciliation process, not for persecution. Let Simon Ekpa be extradited to Nigeria, and let Mr. President Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu. Put two of them together on the table. Hello, I want peace in the South. What are your grievances? You cannot ask. You cannot a whipping child cannot ask a whipping child to keep quiet without asking, no, honey, what's the problem? And daddy has said you buy biscuits, you buy biscuits. Okay, you have heard his grievances, his point of complaint. All right, hold on. I'll buy that biscuits when I'm taking you out today. Don't worry, don't cry again. You have heard what he or she is complaining about. Hear them out. What are your grievances? Table it. Let me have it. Hello, sir. Two of you. These are the immediate ones I will address. And honestly, let him address it. Those ones that are fundamental that need structural changes, for it to correct it. Hold on for this. This one touches all parts of the country. We will address this. Now, I want two of you to go back to your region and begin healing process, reconciliation, and make sure that you bring peace back to the country.
Thank you so much.
Once you do that, the constituency part,
not peace back to the country.
Yeah,
very important.
not constitution part.
Thank you so much.
That's what I want Mr. President Tinubu to do.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming on board. That was a very great contribution. Another statement. Yeah, it has spoken well. Thank you so much. Yes. All right, that was Mr. Olajide reeling out additional information concerning what the government should do as regards the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Solutions being provided this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, please.
Mr. Tete.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
I'm on board. I'm on board now.
How's your health now?
Yeah, thank you. I'm on board.
Your sound?
Yes, I'm on board.
Wow. How was the experience, sir?
Well, I use it to rest, even though I couldn't eat very well because the thing was paining me so much. Even if I drink water, it will pain me. So there were two diseases. Okay, so I have to rest a little bit.
I was so much concerned. You saw the way I was calling.
Yes, thank you very much. You did very well. Yeah, you're a very good leader. You're a very good leader. You are calling all along.
We should call you because you're also supporting the platform.
That's all right. Thank you.
Next week we do that.
How has it been since that a week now?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been nice. Thank God. What you are discussing this morning is the forgiveness of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that's what a billionaire businessman said on papers.
Arthur Eze.
Yeah,
Arthur Eze.
Prince
Yeah,
Arthur
Prince
Eze. You know him very well, right?
I know him, yes. I
Wow,
know him.
wow.
He's somebody.
He's somebody.
Yes. These are the people that we expected to have spoken long before now. Yes, these are the people we expected. But they kept quiet. Someone like Arthur Eze, make a nyoko, name them. And even if we make alive, this will not prolong this way. You understand? So there are some people that we expected to have spoken, relevant people, some statesmen. But those people lie low. That's why the young men of Biafra have been annoyed that there's conspiracy between our leaders and the governor. And for the governors, we know that some of them are sellouts, okay? But our leaders, national leaders, why are they keeping quiet? As Arthur Eze has spoken now, it's good. Like Olajide was saying, Olajide is a Yoruba man. He spoke in a neutral manner. Okay, he gave what will give us peace. For now, presently, Biafra is part of Nigeria. Anything that is minus from there is a minus from Nigeria. You people know that Igbo people are well-meaning business people, okay? And that was that when you remove their own economy, you have removed it from the Nigeria. So we're supposed not to prolong this. I know one of the factors that are making the president to delay, one of the things I suspected is because maybe he want to pacify Buhari. Because Buhari don't want Nnamdi Kanu to get out from there. Because what Olajide said is right. Buhari wanted to Fulanize this country, okay? And he succeeded. Part of the West, he has gotten the whole North. Part of the West, he has gotten it. Now the South is this young man Nnamdi Kanu made it impossible for him to penetrate. All right, you could see how stout, how bitter he was with Nnamdi Kanu. So we are pleading with the president that the footstep of Buhari says he should follow. One of them should not be to continue detaining Nnamdi Kanu. Do you understand? Yeah, because he knows. He is in the system, even though he wasn't the president. I mean, our president. You know that Buhari don't want, and some fundamental Islamic fundamentalists of the North don't want. North is divided into two now. Part of them say, release the man. Part of them, most of them, who are say, release the man so that we have peace. Why the Islamic fundamentalists and those that one that caused the Afro-Nigerian war, that may go on to derail, are still insisting that he should not be released Nnamdi Kanu. It behooves on the president and it's incumbent on him to know these people that are saying Nnamdi Kanu should be there, are they doing it, with wholeheartedly to say, will he profit Nigeria and not rest? So I know that the president knows the right thing. He knows the right thing to do. But let him do it timely. Whether he's targeting, use it to political reason. No, let him not delay so much to the extent that the bitterness we have, dent in the heart of Igbos. As the extent he will delay it, he cannot use it as a political gain again. But now the version is loud and clear now. If you do it now, you will see. That is part of the politics he has played, positive one. There's positive politics, the negative one. Let him not delay at all. For instance, the court, the highest body under the sun, that's it, always play due process. And diligent is court. And court has freed the young man. Okay? It's only political this now. It's only that the man, that beast called Buhari, heard him because of his own personality. The court. But since our president is the one who respects the rule of law, okay? Because Buhari does not respect the rule of law. All of us we are here. Since our president is educated somebody who respects the rule of law, he should release Nnamdi Kanu because the court has released him. Okay? So he shouldn't allow that guy over there who was nobody, who kept us. What we're suffering now, who kept us? Is it not Buhari? All the things we're suffering now is Buhari that kept us. So he should not allow him.
Not Tinubu.
No, it's not Tinubu in essence. They're immediate and remote. Okay? So we all know it. that this thing that I cannot pick this thing. So we should not allow him to dent his own personal the image now. If he continue to delay, detain them the kind or delay the distance in order to pacify Buhari, because Buhari wants it, he's denting his own image. You understand? That's following the footsteps of Buhari saying want to follow. Let it not be this. We have seen the political one, but let it not be the issue of continual detention of Nnamdi Kanu. The whole world, both us and Nigeria have said, free this guy. Free this guy. This my article say within 100 days of my ascension, I will release Nnamdi Kanu. All right, within 100 days. Okay, look at this. Even though himself did not pronounce
Don't
it,
you think that was a political statement?
it wasn't political because Atiku is a social man. Atiku has wife all over the whole Nigeria. He's the in-law of Yoruba, he's in-law of Igbo, he's in-law of Hausa. So Atiku said it, being the former vice president, within 100 days of his ascension, he released Nnamdi Kanu. So he has the power. He shouldn't allow animals in the name of human being to dent his image by detaining this guy. Okay? So that is the plea.
But can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu solve this issue himself? Can he single-handedly solve this issue? What do you think the Igbos will think if he eventually solve this matter single-handedly?
If Nnamdi Kanu solve it,
Yeah, single-handedly.
okay.
Is it possible for him to solve it single-handedly?
You mean-
Because some people are providing political solution to it.
You mean by way of releasing? If releasing,
Yes,
then the tension comes down.
Yeah. Can he solve the issue with the government? Because I believe there must have been some dialogue between him and the government,
Yes.
secretly or privately.
Yes.
But do you think he should solve the issue single-handedly?
No, there's no way. There's no way he will solve it single-handedly. But he is a primary. He is a primary. But in law, what we say primary is very important. He is a primary. Okay? Because some of the other people that are behind him, because he is not fighting his personal issue. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for his personal issue or family issue. What he's fighting is the freedom of a certain set of people that have been marginalized right from Adam. Okay? But so if he releases him, there's no way he will solve the problem without people behind him. But he is being the primary, he will dictate the tune. And the government have known that he will dictate the tune because the influence of that young man surpasses all the influence of all the governors in the southeast, including this. Because they know that what he's struggling for is what all of us want. Not everybody will come out and put his head. And the young man had respect that there's so many things they have promised him which he refused. Because of the part of people where he come from. The part of people where you come from, all those things they promise you will take it and they damn the consequence, okay? But because of the part of people where he come from, which is Igbo. Because you can, we're always the part of Igbo where Nnamdi came from, where I came from, you can dangle carrot to us easily, okay? You know that Igbo people have their own Ijabu, as people have Ijabu. If Nnamdi Kanu had come from the Ijabu part of Igbo land, by now, it must have been compromised.
Now, let's quickly look at the statement of Udeze Chima here.
Yeah.
Mr. Michael, he who holds is somebody on the ground, is holding himself.
Yes,
as an Igbo.
there's an advantage.
What's the meaning of that?
Yes, as I and you here now, I have power more than you. I suppress you, put you on the floor like this, match you. If I never leave you, myself, I will not leave that place. If something came from up now to descend, it will kill two of us. What Udeze said is, whoever is Ibadej, whoever that holds somebody, all right, is holding himself. Because without leaving that person, he cannot live there.
Which means the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also affecting the Nigerian government.
Exactly, that's the word you say. And also another one that related to that said that if an adult or an oppressor snatch something from a young person and raise it up like this, your hand will not reach there. The young man or the young child will be crying around him, crying, give me my thing, give me my thing, give me my thing. He will do it like this. He will be staying like that. If the boy is tired, the boy will wait. What is he waiting for? He's waiting for the time when his hand will pain him. The moment the hand of that man pains him down, the young man will grab his something. So there's nature. I told you that freedom is inalienable law given to all of us. Inalienable means natural, divine, natural. Freedom is natural. You can't buy freedom with money. What Nnamdi Kanu is looking for is freedom of the entire East. It's not freedom of his family or freedom of himself. All right? So those people that are sabotaging Nnamdi Kanu is not sabotaging him. They are sabotaging their own children, their own generation of children, sabotaging all of us. One of the governors, we know him in the East, who is feeding from this, who is agent of Fulani, one of the governors, who is agent of Buhari, because Buhari don't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. But I want Jagaban to shame Buhari.
All right, Taiwo Odunlade, let Kanu drop his agitation and seek for political solution. That's what he said, yeah.
Odunlade, you don't understand it because you are very far. Don't call it yeye because freedom is not yeye. Underscore that freedom is not yeye. Remove that. If you have gone to school, you shouldn't have used that yeye. Freedom, there's no attachment. You can't attach yeye to freedom. What Nnamdi Kanu is looking for is freedom, sovereignty. All right? So that kind of thing. Look at how Olajide spoke as a Yoruba man. He spoke independently, like a patriotic person. And these are the people now who want us to have peace. All right? Look at Fulani something. When they came for dominance, when they came to Hausa, we thought they want to conquer Hausa people, Fulani people. Okay? After conquering Hausa, they started to expand. From there, they conquered Kwara. They conquered Kogi, Ilori. Now, coming to Benue, they have had Wagamai in Benue. There's nothing they've not done to conquer Benue.
And
so
that's why you have so much crisis going on there.
They want to use Benue as a launch ground to launch to the east. And that's why Autumn, they made everything possible to see they will kill Autumn because Autumn was a man. And that's why I respect some people in this Nigeria. Yes, Autumn, the former governor of Ondo, what is the name? Akredolu. Akredolu is a man who is to them. I thank you that we are seeing that having teeth today is Akredolu. Okay? Even the Southwest governor, some of them were pushing here and there. They didn't want. Akredolu gave it executive legal framework and made it. And we stood them. All right? So these are the people who are fighting for freedom. Akredolu was fighting for freedom of their people. The same thing Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Autumn fought for the freedom. Look at what Buhari, the man called head of state, told Autumn, and that he should cooperate with them. He told Autumn, you were here in Nigeria when Buhari told Autumn they should cooperate with Fulani. When Autumn shouted that if Fulani people have finished my people, remove them from their land. He said, no, cooperate with them. So, in as much as God Almighty did not allow Buhari to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria, God will still intervene in the affairs of men. And I know that one good thing with Jagaban is that Jagaban has a spiritual and godly backup. As far as the wife is a pastor and a minister. And I believe that Jagaban will be listening. Let Jagaban not be those kind of Yoruba people who doesn't listen at women. Let Jagaban not be those kind of African people who say, what can a woman do? Let him be a modern man that can listen advice from the wife. Because the wife, being a godly woman, a pastor, will tell him that freedom is inalienable. Please allow negotiate this. Since he lies within him now. And we are praying for that. Jagaban is a flexible and sociable man. I told you people some months back. He will do it. What he's waiting for, we don't know. But all what we know that he will do it. But what we are praying that he shouldn't listen from Buhari at all. That's our prayers.
All right. Taiwo Odunlade is saying he's sorry for using that kind of word. Sorry for the use of my French.
Yes, okay.
But nobody is bigger than the state.
Yes,
so
we know.
Sorry, Mr. Tete.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, Olumide Bolude is saying, Mr. Tete, longest time.
Now, my brother, I've not been okay. I had a little listen by my mouth.
Norma or Sadieye in Germany. Thank God Mr. Tete is here today. How are you, sir?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enoma, you're welcome. That's my name too. That's my name, Enoma. Yes.
Wow,
yeah, that's all right. So, you're welcome, please.
All right. Some people are also sending private messages to me that please greet Mr. Tete for me.
Okay, that's all right. You're welcome, please. I receive you.
Robert Uche is also greeting you. Mr. Tete, I miss you.
Okay, Uche, I miss you too.
Yeah,
please.
That's private messages.
I was indisposed. Yes, please.
All right. And some other persons on the platform.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tete.
Yes. All of you should pray for us that we should have peace in Nigeria. All of you, wherever you are, because no place like home. No matter whatever you have there, at the end of time, you come back here. And for us to have peace, one of the factors that make us to have peace is reconciliation. Reconciliation is a very good one. God, the young man, as this man, Olajide said, You know not what I posited last time.
yes.
Exactly what he said. Call the young man and say, boy, what's your problem? What's your problem? Please, if it's not now, we will tell, please go and rest. For now, under my regime, Nigeria will not divide now. Go and rest. All right. If you listen, they discuss it. Jagaban is a very intelligent person. I've been saying it, even though people are having me say what I'm saying because of policy. Jagaban is a very intelligent person. I'm not APC and PDP, but I've eaten his money, which he didn't give me direct. Scatter, give all of us. I tell you. So when he came to Obebi, where we are staying, the secretary, because I'm the secretary of this, secretary, one, he give us his money. Jagaban doesn't know PDP or APC. Whenever I want to give money, give everybody money. I'm telling you the truth. I told you people this thing before I started buying this. So if he does not allow Buhari influence to influence him, he's going to release the man.
All right, and Andrew Gudimi, Mr. Tete, God perfect your health.
Thank you very much.
All right, Udeze Chima, Mr. Tete.
Thank you. Please, yeah, thank you.
All right, this is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Citizen. We'll be here tomorrow for another interesting edition of the program. Michael Adekunle remains my name. We appreciate all of you.
Thank you
all
very
of
much.
you. All of you watching. The ones commenting, the ones that are watching as well. And the ones that will still be watching after this live broadcast. We love all of you. Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
God bless
please.
All right, bye.
All the best.
Bye for now. All right.
Till tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so
Where I
much.
came there, I have to go from here.
Okay.
Hey.